All right, y'all, let's talk a little bit about the RNC last night. So, it was disturbing, bro. it was absolutely disturbing. So, the elephant in the room, of course, is that Hulk Hogan spoke. Now, apparently, Hulk Hogan, up until this point, has tried to largely remain apolitical in terms of public commentary, but he says that seeing Trump get shot at led him to want to speak out. So he gave a speech, and in the speech, it wasn't, I think his name is Terry Bollea, is that it? It's something like that. It wasn't Terry Bollea, or whatever his name is, speaking. It was Hulk Hogan. So he did his whole gimmick as Hulk Hogan. He, like, ripped his shirt off. He was talking in the, and let me tell you something, brother. He was talking in, like, that tone, using that voice. And, it was probably the best speech of the night. It was probably the best speech of the night. I mean, I know that's crazy to say, and we're a nation of toddlers, but the fact of the matter is, he had the room more than anybody else. Like, people seem to enjoy that more than anything else. And you know who else enjoyed it the most? Donald Trump. So you had Hulk Hogan deliver a speech. Donald Trump was really into it. At the end of the speech, Trump blew Hulk Hogan a kiss. Well, what? Oh my God. So I have to say, watching that really made me feel like the movie Idiocracy is here. I don't know how many of you guys have seen the movie Idiocracy. If you haven't, definitely go watch it. It's an interesting watch. But Hulk Hogan pumping up Donald Trump, like, to be the next president. First of all, if I told you in 2012 that was going to be a thing, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here. But it reminded me of the scene in Idiocracy where President Camacho gives an address to the Senate, and he's, like, dressed funky, and he's, like, singing, and he says, we got this guy who's going to fix all our problems, and he's going to do it in a week. Like, that's almost exactly what we saw. It's the closest thing I've ever seen to that. And so that was incredibly, incredibly disturbing. Now, again, he was the most entertaining by far. But when Don Jr. and Eric, when they spoke, you could totally tell Trump had no interest, right? None whatsoever. He clearly views his sons as fail sons. He clearly knows that the only reason they are where they are is because of him. He knows that they bring absolutely nothing useful. They don't have 1/10 his charisma. Like, it is... You could tell he hates them, and that's honestly low-key one of the most relatable things about him, is that he hates his sons viciously, in the same way I hate his sons viciously. Also, there was a moment where his daughter, like the forgotten daughter, Tiffany, went in to give him a kiss, and he didn't see it, and he sort of, like, turned away. And that was another one of those moments where I was like, relatable here from Donald Trump. So then, of course, we had... Oh, I should talk about the music, too. The music was horrible. They had... What was his name? Lee Greenwood or some shit? I'm proud to be an American where I like to suck men off. He was so bad. Just... He's really old. He can't sing well anymore. It was a live band. It just sounded horrible. They ended the night with an opera performance? Like, what? There's like 7 people in that room who have ever listened to opera in their life. Why the fuck would you play opera? Oh my God, the Kid Rock song. Oh my God. It was so bad. Nobody's more pathetic than Kid Rock, because he likes to think of himself as like, I'm an edgy outsider. I'm all about the counterculture, bro. Hey, authority, here's some middle fingers for you, bitch. And then what does he do? He supports the most establishment politicians of all time. Like, he wants tax cuts for the rich because he is rich. The most standard politics you've ever seen in your life. And it's like, you're not edgy, you're not special, you're not counterculture. You're, like, just super fucking cringe. And so, of course, the main event was Donald Trump gave his speech. And, man, so, look, it started out good, right? Because basically what he did is he went into detail about the day he got shot. And he walked everybody through it. He walked everybody through his emotions and what he was feeling. And it honestly, there was a part there where I was listening and I was, like, into what he was saying. I was like, oh, damn, this is sort of crazy. Like, he's telling the story. You could tell he knows he almost died. He seems genuinely affected by it. They brought out Corey Comparatori's firefighter jacket, and Trump walked up to it and gave it a hug and a kiss. That was a little over the top, but nonetheless, they did that. By the way, they spelled his name wrong on the jacket, and apparently that is the jacket in real life, and there's evidence that this actually was the jacket in real life, even though the name is spelled incorrectly. But he did that, but I have to say, man, he should have cut his speech off after like 30 minutes. because he went like an hour and 30 minutes. It was literally the longest recorded acceptance speech in history, second to Donald Trump in like 2016. And, the one that's behind that is Trump in 2020. So, man, the guy likes to fucking talk and babble. But the last, like, hour of the speech was classic dumbass Donald Trump, like, right back to his script, right back to immigrants are the worst, and we're going to do the biggest mass deportation, and let me tell you about all the hoaxes, the Russia hoax, the Ukraine hoax, the this hoax, the that hoax. They're politically prosecuting me. Biden is horrible. The Democrats are horrible. And so, look, if he cut it off at 30 minutes, I think he would have gotten a decent bump out of this convention. But so far, he hasn't even gotten a bump from the shooting. And then now, after how long and rambly and meandering he went, I don't even think he's going to get a bump from this. So, as somebody said on Twitter, it's like, we keep watching the different candidates desperately trying to lose the election. And I can't help but think that's true.